ICE recently purchased two warehouses in Pennsylvania. The most recent one was in Berks County for $87 million, which is a commercial industrial warehouse. Now, this warehouse sat largely vacant since its completion a few years ago, but even though it was sitting vacant, it was still generating almost $750,000 in tax revenue, including $500,000 in school taxes that community will no longer get since it's now a federal facility. Now, it's being reported that these new locations are going to be used as processing and detention facilities. Now, we have lists of these facilities, and there's spreadsheets that you can see that show where they are and what their capacity is, but there's also websites out there that are tracking all of this, and you can see whole maps from across the country of where all of these facilities are, and if there is a blue dot near where you live, guess what? That means that there is an ICE facility right near you. Now, ICE has been given $45 billion by the big, beautiful bill to spend just on detention expansion. And they've been quietly buying up warehouses and office buildings all around the country. Now, we know that when they repurpose these buildings, that the sanitation, like water and sewage and heating and cooling systems, are never really adequate for the number of people that are going to be housed in all of these facilities. And we actually know that there have been whistleblowers who have come out and reported that the conditions are even less sanitary than what we're seeing in pictures and official visits. And you know what happened to the one whistleblower who said how horrible things were? He got fired for talking about just how bad it was. It would appear that out of the $45 billion that's being spent, absolutely none of it is being spent on medical staffing, medical facilities, or even access to medication by the people who are already there. We know of a Norwegian woman who was here in the country legally, and she was detained by ICE, and she was denied access to her insulin for type 1 diabetes, and she almost died when her blood sugar spiked to over 500. We also have reports of a 2-month-old baby who was rushed to a hospital with a serious illness. A 2-month-old baby. Now, if you recall, recently I put out a video that showed letters and stories from children and youth who are in ICE detention, and they were telling their stories and sharing pictures of what it's like being detained there. And ProPublica actually published that story, and when they did, you know what ICE did? ICE and Border Patrol actually went in and began searching for these letters and pictures, and they confiscated them from the children, and they destroyed them. Our own Governor Ben Shapiro has said that, as of right now, it doesn't look like there's anything that the state can do to stop the purchase of these facilities, but he and his team are looking into any and all possible means to stop this from happening anymore in our state. But you know what? There's something that people like you and I can do, and that is this. We can stand up and we can speak out. You see, as of the recording of this video, there's about